Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. Yo, I got a video that I saw with another YouTuber, brother called AK-47. I watch him. He's real raw, rugged. Make sure y'all check him out. But he broke this joint down and he put his career, his family, he put everything on that he got the real skinny on what happened with Pooh Shiesty and Guccimane and did he get robbed? Sit back. I'm going to let you hear what he got to say, then I'm going to have to break in and, give my commentary. All right?
Keep it going, 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 keep it going. Mecca what? Mecca audio, Mecca what? Mecca audio, Mecca what? Mecca audio, Mecca what? Mecca audio. I like the way it's going down.
All right, you know what it is. This was about AK-47, right? I saw this video and I liked the way he took his time to apologize to Seti Nash and give him his props. Check it out. All right.
A lot of people attack Seti, question his credibility about this video, about what he said, even me. I put this on all my children. If this video is not the truth, I will quit YouTube. I would never make another single video, ever. And that's on Jesus Christ. And you guys can cancel me. And I dare anybody in Atlanta to speak out on the behalf of Gucci and to speak out on the behalf of Pooh, because that's where Gucci from. I dare everybody that was in Texas when this situation happened to speak out on the behalf of Gucci and to speak out on the behalf of Pooh. And I dare anybody from Memphis to speak out on the behalf of Gucci and to speak out on the behalf of Pooh. They won't do it. I guarantee you, they won't say cap and they won't say it happened.
Hey, y'all. You can't get no more realer than this, man. I felt this video so much. I don't even know this brother. I watched him over the years and then he stopped being in the algorithm. So I guess they shadow banned him. You know how they play these games. They doing it to me too. But I seen this video and I said, man, I respect the fact that he was man enough and stood on man time to say, man said he was right about X, Y, Z, even though I said, wop, wop, wop. Most dudes get on here and they can't, they can't take accountability. He took accountability and he did the journalistic work to find out what went on, and he's getting ready to break down what went on. And that's why I'm gonna let him tell in his own words, because he putting it all on this, man. And like I said, I respect this man right here. So this is something I could stand behind showing, all right?
Gucci gets called for a meeting. Pooh Shiesty wants out of his contract. Pooh Shiesty is with his dad. They're at a studio. There's guns in here. There's Pooh with a few dudes. I say, 10. Gucci is with a white boy. He's a cameraman. He's with a dude. I won't disclose his name, but his name is 2 letters.
Hold on. That's all he's with? Hold up.
And he's with a security guard. Not only is this a security guard, you guys, this is a police officer. Yes, the person that was with Gucci was an off-duty police officer. Gucci goes into the office, in the room. Pooh and the dad. There is Pooh, the dad, Gucci. It's commotion now. No fighting. The story I heard, BS. No fighting. Pooh wants out this contract. Gucci doesn't want out this contract. The dad wants his son out this contract. Big 30, bruh. People hear the commotion. Some dudes come in. Big 30 closes the door behind them. They robbed Gucci for a wedding band, not the wedding ring, a wedding band. They robbed Gucci for a watch, not the $1 million watch, but not a cheap watch. They did rob Gucci for a chain, not one of his heavy hitter chains, but a chain. They also took $10,000 out of Gucci's pocket, all their wallets, a bag from the cameraman, took it. Did Pooh take it? No. The dudes that Pooh was with took it. About 6, 7 dudes that walked in this room, y'all. Pooh put the gun up to Gucci. That rumor, true.
Yo, if Pooh pulled the gun up to Gucci and he's out on federal supervision for 3 years, 5 years, whatever they gave him, that's a automatic violation for 1. That's an automatic charge for 2. From what I'm hearing here, that they saying they had a police in there, that's kidnapping. Now see where the kidnapping come from. If you pull a gun on someone in some place, you're telling them don't move, so you're restricting their movement, so you're kidnapping them. So that means that Pooh Shiesty's potentially looking at going back to jail for kidnapping, possession of a gun, felon in possession of a gun, you know? Who knows what else? Let's finish listening to this. This is crazy. Let's get into this.
So, Pooh Shiesty's freedom. Many people think it's over. Many people think he's going to jail because that white boy, he kept saying he wanted to tell. After the robbery happened, Gucci told everybody he was with, don't say nothing about this, don't say nothing that happened, I'm gonna take care of it. Now there's a problem. That off-duty cop, when a cop is present during a crime, he has to
report that crime.
Basically, report the crime.
Hey, there you go.
Is going around at Shiesty and them trying to pay off the guy and
hey, yo, let me explain that to you, right? Basically, it goes like this. If you're an undercover cop, you know what I mean? You know, especially if you're an undercover cop. I was gonna say if you're just a regular civilian also. But if an undercover cop is, you know, out and he sees a crime and they know that he's seen the crime and he didn't report the crime and then he potentially took money for the crime, he could lose not only his job, his career, and his freedom because now he's down with the overall conspiracy or scheme in order to get Pooh, to keep Pooh Shiesty on, you know, the record label, being that he was there for Gucci Mane. But this can't get no crazier because this young man, I was gonna do a video, but this when I was going through the times with my mother was real ill and I stopped making videos. That's when I chilled the last couple of months. But when he first came home and I looked at the video and I looked in his eyes when he did the video and then I seen the things that he did before he went to jail, I was gonna make a video. I had it all set up in my system and everything where I was gonna show Pooh Shiesty then and Pooh Shiesty now where he's at because I like the way he was talking about when he was in prison, how the little things mean so much to him. So I was gonna do that video and then it just, you know, it didn't, I just let it go. But then now to see him doing all of this and his father's with him, yeah, my number comes on the bottom of this screen because I don't want anyone to feel disrespected and I want them to be able to reach me so we ain't gotta do no social media fake crap, you know? Like, what's his name? Yo Gotti said that he felt when Gucci Mane went to social media with the issue that just broke the bomb right there because that was some bitch shit, basically is what he said. And we don't do that on the street. So that's why I put my number on the screen so you got access to it. And I'll even say it verbally because I haven't seen it flash yet, but it's supposed to be here, 917-680-9091. Feel free to call me if there's an issue. We could talk about it as men, women, adults, whatever, whoever it is. If you want to give me my flowers, feel free to call as well. But where I'm getting at with this is, you know, Pops, you see, and you've been where your son was at as far as the life of crime. So this is the time when you should be standing up to guide your son. And I can see you bringing 7 dudes. I'm not gonna say nothing wrong with that, but you don't bring them in the room. You leave them outside to make sure it's safe. Once you realized it was safe, they were supposed to stay in the parking lot and make sure nobody else pull up. You know, and watch the front door if you felt the way. But when you saw Guccimane came with with 2 people and you got 10 people, you know you don't need that many right there. You're supposed to tell them to stand down because you don't want to escalate the situation and have the opponent thinking that it's a beef when it's not really a beef, but you're trying to really create a beef and you can't even rock them to sleep to even hit them with the beef. Pause. You follow what I'm saying, or was that too much for you? I did that so y'all have something to rewind and make it short out of. But you know, where I'm at is Pooh Shiesty is the bag. He's the dope. He's the weight. Anybody around him is supposed to be protecting the connect. And he is the connect. Because he got the dope, which is his music. And until y'all look at it that way, and stop looking at it like y'all just cool and, you know, that's my man, we grew up together. No, he's on a whole nother level now. Y'all gotta realize that. So, even though he wanna do things down here on your level that entice you to wanna go out and choke the pistol and, you know what I mean, and rob a dude for a pair of sneakers, you're supposed to tell him, yo, Pooh, sit back. Let us get this. We're going to make a movie and bring it back for you. Not promoting violence, but I'm just telling you how it is on the street. Let me tell you, yo, sit back. Let me go make this movie. I'm going to go get them sneakers for you. And that's it. But somebody got to learn that you have to protect the connect. Okay, my bad, AK. Let's get back to this.
I heard he ain't take it. Ain't nobody got paid off.
That's talking about the police.
They also tried to contact the other dude that was with Gucci. He said my loyalty with Gucci, man. That white boy, he said he was going to the police.
That white boy go to police, Pooh Shiesty going back to jail for a very long time. But now he got felon in possession of a gun along with that, along with kidnapping. That 25 years alone for the kidnapping, and the felon in possession of a gun carries a minimum of 12 to 13 years. And, you know, that's the low end. And that has to be ran consecutive to the kidnapping. So put that 12 to 14 with the 25 for the kidnapping, and we talking about 37 years later, we'll be seeing Pooh Shiesty if this is true, and this police go to the police.
Even after Gucci said don't, he still said he was going to the police.
In other words, he's obligated to report the crime. So if he do that, there's nothing Pooh Shiesty could do. Right there, right? Now, oh, let's ride. I just think of one. We only 13 minutes and 40 seconds, and I'm gonna think of one. See, this right here is where if the feds come in, this is where not only is one of the underlings out the 7 or the 10 that was there that ran up with the pistols that, you know, actually did the whatever. One of those is supposed to claim it and free Pooh Shiesty. And then if none of those claim it, who's supposed to claim it? Y'all put it in the comments. If the soldiers don't claim it, who else that was there is supposed to claim it to free Pooh Shiesty? And this is just the opposite of, you know, the Pop's queso. Because this is where Pooh Shiesty Pop's supposed to step up and claim it to leave his son out here to continue his career, even if he got to sit down for 25 or 37 or 38 years. Those are what we call sacrifices. And if Pops is running around with the son with the guns and the goons and the this and the that, and the goons don't claim it, then by all means, then Pops got to stand up and claim it to keep his legacy alive, because right now, Pooh Shiesty is bringing that family legacy into a whole nother sphere. But if he go to jail, then it ends and caps out right there. Y'all understand what I'm saying? But this how real this game is, why I say don't get involved in it. Cause Pops might have just been there trying to support the son, gonna, talk blah, 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 and the son got hot-headed and pulled out the gun. Pops didn't even know he was gonna pull out the gun. But if the feds come in and trying to lock up the son for it, if the soldiers don't claim it, then Pops is supposed to claim it and say, no, it was me that put that magnum in his face. It wasn't my son. That's how real this is. And then they're gonna tell him, you're looking at 25 to 38 years per what Unique Mecca audio calculated with the sentencing guidelines from the Federal Bureau of Prison, don't you? And that's when he stand up with his chest out and his shoulders back and say, I'm responsible for my son. I'm responsible for my legacy. Because if that's the case, then Pop shouldn't have been there. Then he wouldn't have had to make the choice to see if he should claim it if the underlings don't claim it. Do y'all understand how real I bring these scenarios to y'all? Man, I like this dude, AK-47. He broke it down proper. When I watched him yesterday, right, he was cussing everybody out. I mean, you know what I mean? So the moral of me saying that is, he knows how grimy the street get. Now, AK-47, let them know, right? You give your opinion and let them know if the underlings don't claim it and the feds come in and grab them and Pops is there and all that, is Pop supposed to claim it in your eyes or not? Because we could also look at it like, man, why should Pops have to claim it? That ain't had nothing to do with him. But when we in the street, you protect the connect, and the connect is the breadwinner. If the Pops go to prison, the money is capped. If Pooh stay out, boom, now Pooh could take the money, wind up getting him a lawyer, beating it on appeal, and even though Pops might sit down a dime or a dub. But those are the sacrifices we make being a part of the street. Anybody disagree with me, put it in the comments. You agree with me, put it in the comments. You just love the content, give me an emoji or something, because they trying to hold me out. So we need y'all to do some commenting and all that to get me back in, because I heard AK-47 say they doing the same thing to him. Yeah, come on, man. But, we got to be here for each other. But, Seti Nash, I talked to him. I like the way, he break it down. Everybody go off on him. When I said I like Seti Nash, they put in the comment, oh, gee, how you like Seti Nash? Man, I like his commentary, and he tells you who he is. I like men that tell you who they are. Not a man that try and be something else, and then all of a sudden a little pressure come, a little dark cloud come, and then you start seeing the signs of weakness, and now you want to put something in there. So why put yourself in a situation of being around people that can't tell you who they are? Because if I got to figure out who you are, and you try to infiltrate me and my cipher, it's only one way to deal with that. But, we ain't on that no more. I'm just letting y'all know how real it is on the street. That's why I say don't go to the street, man. It ain't worth it. Because I know y'all can't even fathom me sitting here saying that the father's supposed to claim it, so Pooh Shiesty go, even if the father got to take 38 years. But the father was down with the crime, if that's what they calling it. Because he went there with them knowing that they had guns and what could have, might have, would have happened, so he just as guilty. So now he becomes a co-defendant. So if nobody don't protect the connect, especially when it's your son, come on, man. Let's ride.
This is all on camera. There's a video of this. That rumor was absolutely true.
Talk to him.
Then Pooh Shiesty's in a pickle. Gucci was forced to sign some type of paper. That was absolutely true. But he's still 1017. He's not with Yo Gotti. This move may have been Yo Gotti got into that father head, He was paying the father
Wink, wink.
money. The father was dead, looking out for Pooh. On top of the scar situation, on top of all that, that father is a big player. He wanted his son out his contract too. Gucci has Pooh Shiesty's whole career and freedom in his hands. I'm hearing he might damn near just shelf Pooh. But guess what? There's some consequences and repercussions that's on the way of Pooh Shiesty. I'm not saying Guccimane dropped no bags. I'm not saying nothing. But what I am saying is what happened in that room, it was vowed to not go without consequence.
I mean, it's like that. It's supposed to be expected. That's why I say I respect Pooh Shiesty's father for going with him and being there with his son to hold him down under any circumstances, because I do the same thing. I'm gonna keep it 100. That's my son. I'm not gonna have my son walk into a blind spot. I mean, if that's his choice, and y'all ain't gonna agree with this, but if that's his choice and he's out there with me, you know, and we all out there on the street and that's his choice. Even if I don't agree with it, he's a man now. If he want to make the move and he tell you, yo, Pop, I'm going to get ahead and do this. I don't know if I say, man, boy, you go ahead. I'm going to leave you over here. Because now what if, God forbid, if he would have went over there and then the tables would have been turned and Guccimane would have had 20 dudes, 40 dudes. And then now, God forbid, Lil Pooh gets shot, get killed. And Pops done said, man, you go ahead, man, because I'm worried about what the law gonna say. But we down with the street, but now I'm worried about the law. I don't have Pops doing that. Pops went and showed you that he's standing with his son, and that's why I'm doing this video, because I like this whole movement when you get to see firsthand how real the streets is. Because we don't know how it's gonna play out if any of this or if this is true. But this man put his YouTube career on it, and I respect this man because I've been watching him for years. So if every or any part of this is true, you know, it's gonna be an ugly situation, and then we're gonna see who's dead. A lot of people say, oh, Pop shouldn't have did this because this and that. You know, I give you both sides so you understand. From a street side, yeah, I'm gonna go with my son. If we on the street and that's it, and he say this, that's like if I'm with the homie and the homie say that, nah, I wanna go get this dude. I'm like, yo, dude, it ain't worth it. This ain't the right time. He say, yo, I'm going. I love him, I'm going with him. And then we deal with whatever those consequences are. Call me stupid, but that's just how the streets are. That's why we say don't get on the streets so they ain't gotta call you stupid. Put in the comments if you agree if this too deep for you, man. Hold up, let him finish this up, man. Like he said Guccimane vowed that there'll be repercussions. But what would you expect? Would you expect anything less? Come on.
So not only is Pooh basically facing jail, there look like you going. Your career, what you gonna do? Because you're not out that deal. The house arrest thing. Pooh he's not, I mean not the house arrest, the
halfway house.
The home, the halfway house. Y'all know why Pooh in the halfway house? Hey Pooh, I will quit my YouTube career if you come out and say I'm lying. Anybody close to Pooh. He got evicted. Many of his cars have been repossessed.
Damn.
He didn't buy none of those cars. I think this is why we're seeing that a robbery took place. I think this is why we're seeing Pooh magically out the blue just posting a lot of promo in a lot of people's pages. The man posted like he broke and like he might fucking go to jail. The man posted Woo out today. For what? You don't know this dude like that. You showing all the love you can. Why? You're posting small people. It's just crazy. And because if you're at the halfway house and you cannot live at the house, at the address that's reported, you have to go back until the people on the outside can get you another spot to where you can go to. Or you just go back and then you do the rest of your time. Because at the end of the day, you got evicted. If I'm lying, I'm flying. That's why, Pooh. It was nothing about he violated the videos, none of that. That man got evicted and had to go his ass back to the halfway house, man. When I first heard of this, all this, it was earlier today. I didn't want to believe Pooh Shiesty was ever that stupid. I didn't want to believe Gucci ever went out like that. But Gucci had no idea. He thought he was just coming for a simple meeting. That wasn't no meeting. Y'all, it's true. It happened. And I dare any one of them to say it didn't. It happened. Ain't no Roller 60 Crips do nothing. This don't got nothing to do with Roller 60 Crips. Do I still believe Seti Dash could have got the jury? No. But that man wasn't lying. And I'm going to be the first one and the only one that could come on this motherfucker and say, my bad. Nigga, I ain't believe it. This shit happened, y'all. Gucci taking it on the chin. But Pooh, you fucked up. And you fucked up bad.
Yo, this was deep, man. I give AK-47 round of applause for that, man. I give him a round of applause for that. That was banging. All right, relax. Yo, he did some hell of a journalistic work because he broke that down where we heard all the type of scrambles and mixes and pieces, but what he just said makes sense and paints a picture. And like he said, yo, only time could tell when it's the best time for revenge. Remember what I just said. I give y'all nothing with Jules over here because it's a straight gangster channel. Only time could tell when it's best for revenge. So everybody on social media watching and waiting, expecting Gucci to do something right this minute, might not be right this minute. Might be 20 years from now. You might be waiting with your grandkids. You know what I mean? Because you never know how somebody or how long someone will rock someone to sleep before they get even or before they feel like the eyes ain't on them right now. Because you know anything happen to any one of them, that's going to be a whole nother woof-wah. You know? So it is what it is. Just sit back, man, and like I said, it ain't worth it. Don't get involved in the street. You ain't got to make these decisions. And let's just keep it moving. All right?
Cheers, toast the crime, toast the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime.
Fresh out the can of 26, he back on the strip, getting back in the mix. What he mentions a gift. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. An Instagram page and a YouTube, you could go and visit. Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn. Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. To not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block, did his time, never squilling to the cops, Mecca audio.